Chosen one, let me tell you something that the world will never admit out loud. They fear you, more than your enemies will ever confess, more than the gossipers will whisper behind your back, more than even demons themselves. This world trembles at your light. And the irony, you don't even see the full extent of the power you carry. From the time you were a child, there was something different about you. A weight, a presence, a spiritual aura that made others uneasy even before you understood who you were. You thought you were just being yourself, quiet, kind, perhaps withdrawn, or observant, but deep down you were radiating an energy that the world could not explain. They didn't hate you because of what you did. They feared you because of what you carry. And that fear has followed you your whole life. When you enter a room, eyes shift. Conversations change. Smiles become fake. People suddenly feel compelled to compete with you, to undermine you, or to exclude you. Have you ever wondered why? It's not because you're arrogant or boastful. It's because your very presence unsettles their spirit. You represent truth in a world built on lies. You represent authenticity in a culture addicted to masks. You carry an authority that cannot be explained by status, money, or titles. It's divine, and that divine weight forces people to face themselves in ways they'd rather avoid. That's why they keep testing you, why they push your buttons, why they attempt to box you in. But chosen one, let me remind you, they fear you more than demons ever could. Because unlike demons, they cannot even comprehend why their hearts race, why their insecurities scream, or why their spirits collapse when you walk by. You are a walking reminder of everything they've tried to bury. This is why rejection has followed you. It wasn't just bad luck with friendships, relationships, or jobs. It was spiritual recognition. They could feel the mark on you, the seal of heaven that whispers, "This one is not like the rest." And instead of celebrating it, they feared it. They feared that you would expose them. They feared that your light would highlight their shadows. They feared that your wisdom would unmask their illusions. So they rejected you, not because you weren't enough, but because you were more than they could handle. And here's the truth. Rejection was never personal, it was prophetic. It confirmed that you were set apart. Even demons, with all their malice and power in the unseen, do not inspire the same kind of trembling that you bring to the people around you. Do you know why? Because demons already know their place. They already know their end. They already know they cannot touch what God has sealed. But people fight what they do not understand. And because they don't see the full realm of what you carry, they fear you even more than demons do. They sense the power, but they cannot name it. They feel the authority, but they cannot explain it. That mystery terrifies them. And that's why you've always been misunderstood. Chosen one, think about your life. How many times have you walked into a situation and felt immediate tension? How many times have people who barely know you treated you as if you were a threat? How many times have you been blamed, envied, or scapegoated without cause? That wasn't coincidence. That was the ripple effect of your anointing. Your spirit has always been louder than your words. You don't need to boast. Your presence announces you before your mouth does. And that announcement shakes the fragile foundations of people who've built their lives on lies, illusions, and half-truths. Your very existence is a disruption to their comfort. And so, they fear you. And here's the deeper truth. Their fear is not really about you. It's about what you represent. You represent liberation in a world addicted to chains. You represent clarity in a culture clouded by confusion. You represent resilience in a generation trained to fold under pressure. You are the living embodiment of survival, of rising after pain, of shining after darkness. And when they see you, it reminds them of everything they could be, but chose not to be. That reflection terrifies them more than demons themselves, because it forces them to confront their wasted potential, their compromises, their shadows. Chosen one, this is why life has been a battle for you. This is why you've carried pain so deep it almost broke you. This is why betrayal became a familiar visitor in your story. Not because you were cursed, but because you were chosen. And being chosen means you will always be misunderstood, always be underestimated, always be feared. But here's the beautiful reversal. The very fear they feel towards you is your shield. It prevents them from truly harming you, because though they try, they cannot touch what they cannot comprehend. Though they plot, they cannot destroy what heaven protects. Though they envy, they cannot duplicate what God has uniquely placed inside of you. So stand tall. Stop questioning why people pull away, why opportunities seem blocked, why life feels lonely. It's not rejection, it's preservation. It's heaven shielding you from connections that cannot handle your presence. It's God ensuring that your light doesn't dim, trying to make others comfortable. They fear you more than demons ever could, because you remind them of heaven itself. And you, chosen one, are proof that light will always shine brighter than any darkness. Chosen one, you must understand something. The world's fear of you is not a new thing. This is ancient. Before you were even born, your spirit was already marked, already written into eternity's scrolls as one who would carry light into a realm consumed with shadows. And when light is born, darkness always reacts violently. That's why, even as a child, you felt different, out of place, as if no one truly understood you. While others laughed without care, your soul was already burdened with questions far too deep for your age. While your peers chased popularity, you searched for purpose. Even then, they could feel something was different. Teachers, classmates, neighbors, some were drawn to you, others avoided you, but few ever treated you as just ordinary. That early separation was proof of your destiny. The fear they carry has layers. On the surface, they may say they don't like you, that you're too quiet, too bold, too intense, too much of something. But underneath those shallow excuses lies the real reason. You make them feel exposed. They sense that you see through them, that your spirit recognizes what their words try to cover. You see past the smiles, the fake laughter, the masks, and they don't like it. Most people spend their whole lives building walls of illusion about who they are, about what they've accomplished, about their strength. When you walk into their life, those walls shake. That's why they fear you more than demons. Demons tempt, demons deceive, demons manipulate, but you, chosen one, embody truth, and truth dismantles lies without even trying. And what happens when truth enters a space built on deception? It creates division. Those who want to grow are drawn to you. Those who want to hide run from you. This explains your relationships, doesn't it? People appear in your life with excitement, curiosity, maybe even admiration, but after a while, they pull away. They say you've changed, or that you're too much. But the reality is that your growth exposed their stagnation. Your rising reminded them of how low they've chosen to stay. They didn't leave because you were wrong. They left because your presence became unbearable to their ego. This same fear is why your enemies often try to attack you first. Have you noticed that sometimes, without provocation, people single you out? In workplaces, families, or even friendships, you've been targeted for reasons you couldn't understand. It was never logical, it was spiritual. They could sense that your presence disrupted the false order they built. They feared you might take their place, even when you weren't trying to. They feared you might outshine them, even when you weren't competing. They feared your voice, even when you weren't speaking. That fear drives people to preemptively strike, to gossip, to slander, to isolate you. But chosen one, hear me. The fact that they come against you so strongly is the clearest sign that they recognize your power even before you fully do. And then there are demons. Yes, demons fear you too, but in a different way. Unlike humans, demons know exactly what you carry. They recognize the mark of God's favor. They recognize the authority embedded in your spirit. They know that one word from your mouth, spoken with faith, can send them fleeing. So their mission isn't to fight you directly. It's to use people around you to drain you, distract you, and discourage you. That's why you faced betrayal from close friends, rejection from family, and battles in your own mind. It wasn't random, it was strategic. Demons know they cannot touch your destiny, so they try to convince you to abandon it yourself. They whisper lies in your thoughts, hoping you'll believe them. They stir jealousy in people around you, hoping you'll feel unworthy. They orchestrate delays, hoping you'll give up. But every time you keep standing, every time you rise after pain, every time you keep shining, you prove that their tactics have failed. And this is why, chosen one, they fear you more than demons. Because demons know their limits. They know their defeat is guaranteed. But people, blinded by envy, pride, and insecurity, cannot see what demons already know, that you are untouchable. When you walk in your calling, people's fear of you is rooted in ignorance. They don't understand why they feel small around you, why their spirit feels restless, why their lives collapse in your presence. They just know they do. And instead of humbling themselves to learn, many choose to attack, reject, or isolate you. But in doing so, they only confirm your identity as chosen. Look at your life from this perspective. That time you were betrayed. Confirmation, that season of isolation. Confirmation, that rejection that left you broken. Confirmation, all of it was proof that heaven marked you, that you carry something the world cannot copy or contain. If they didn't fear you, chosen one, they wouldn't waste their energy trying to stop you. Do you see it now? The very battles you thought disqualified you were actually proof of how powerful you are. And here's the beautiful irony. The more they fear you, the more they expose themselves. The ones who speak against you, the ones who can't stop watching you, the ones who compete with you in silence, they are unintentionally testifying to your greatness. Because if you were truly as small or insignificant as they claim, why would they be so obsessed with you? Why would they copy your moves, study your life, or monitor your progress? Why would they conspire in secret just to slow you down? There, fear exposes the truth they won't admit. You matter. You carry something divine. You are already victorious. So chosen one, stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for your presence. Stop questioning why you don't fit in, why you make others uncomfortable, why people fear you for no reason. The reason is simple. Your light is undeniable, your calling is unstoppable, and your destiny is untouchable. They fear you more than demons ever could, and they should, because unlike them, you are not walking alone. You walk with heaven. Behind you, angels beside you, and a divine fire within you. Chosen one, listen closely. When you walk into a room, you don't just arrive, you shift the atmosphere. You've probably noticed it. Conversations slow down. Eyes dart toward you. Some people grow quiet, others grow nervous. They don't know why, but they feel something. That something is the divine weight you carry. It's not about clothes, money, or appearance. It's your aura, the unmistakable glow of someone walking in alignment with heaven. And this glow, this unseen force, is what terrifies the world far more than demons themselves. Demons already know their defeat is sealed. But people living in denial of truth, people clinging to illusions, people enslaved to ego they fear. What you reveal about themselves, you don't need to point out their flaws. Your very existence highlights them. That's why they avoid you. That's why they speak against you. That's why they try to keep you small. But chosen one, you were never meant to be small. You were never called to blend in or to silence your fire just so others could feel comfortable. From the beginning, God set you apart. You weren't created to follow the patterns of this world. You were crafted for a higher assignment. And yes, that assignment comes with trials, but it also comes with favor. Your enemies may try to dim you, but they can't extinguish a flame lit by God Himself. They may try to confuse you, but they can't rewrite the truth stamped on your spirit. They may try to delay you, but they cannot deny what is already destined. Think of it this way. Every attack you've endured, every lie told about you, every betrayal, every season of loneliness, all of it has been a classroom God allowed. It because He was building resilience in you, teaching you discernment, sharpening your spirit. And now you've reached the point where fear no longer binds you. What they once used to break you only made you stronger. What demons meant for harm, God turned into training. What enemies used as weapons, heaven transformed into stepping stones. This is why they fear you now, because they realize they can no longer control you. You're not who you used to be. You've been refined by fire, and that fire cannot be quenched. And here's the truth you must carry. Their fear is not your burden. It's not your job to make them feel comfortable with your calling. It's not your duty to explain why you shine the way you do. Your only responsibility is to walk in obedience, to use the gifts you've been given, to keep moving forward even when the path is lonely. The chosen path is narrow, and few will understand it. But that's okay. You were never meant to be understood by the crowd. You were meant to be known by God. So, when people whisper about you, let them whisper. When they distance themselves, let them go. When they rise against you, let them rise, because none of it can stop what heaven has already declared over your life. The fear they project is just confirmation that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Chosen one. Your very existence is proof of divine disruption. You shake systems, you break cycles, you reveal truth, and that makes you dangerous to darkness. That makes you unstoppable in purpose. That makes you untouchable to those who thought they could destroy you. Let this sink in. They fear you because you carry freedom. Freedom is contagious, and when people bound by lies see you living in truth, it terrifies them. Demons tremble, because your freedom is proof that their chains can be broken. Your enemies tremble because your courage exposes their cowardice. And society trembles because your authenticity dismantles their illusions. That's why you'll always be set apart. That's why you'll always feel different. That's why you'll always face resistance. Not because you're weak, but because you are powerful beyond their comprehension. And one day, chosen one, they'll see. The same mouths that cursed you will be forced to acknowledge you. The same eyes that rolled in disbelief will watch in awe as your destiny unfolds. The same people who laughed at your struggle will witness your breakthrough. And when that happens, it won't just be about you, it will be about God's glory shining through you. Because your rise was never meant to be private. Your triumph was designed to be a public testimony, and when it comes, it will silence every doubt, every rumor, every attack. That is why they fear you now, because deep down, they sense what's coming. They sense that your story isn't ending in defeat. It's only just beginning. So, chosen one, lift your head. Stand firm. Do not shrink for anyone. You are feared, not because of who you are in the flesh, but because of what you carry in the spirit. Heaven backs you. Angels guard you. Demons flee from you. And no enemy, no weapon, no curse can ever undo what has already been written. They fear you more than demons ever could, and they should. Because the light inside you is eternal, unstoppable, and destined to change the world. And now, I'll leave you with this. The next time you feel rejected, misunderstood, or targeted, remember this truth. It's not rejection, it's recognition. They recognize who you are. They see what you carry. And though they may never admit it, they fear you because you remind them of what they could have been if they hadn't chosen fear over faith. Keep shining, chosen one. Keep walking boldly, because your very presence is a prophecy, and the world will eventually see what heaven has known all along. You were born to stand out, to rise, and to reign. Chosen one, you may not realize it yet, but every season of pain you've endured has placed a crown upon your head. Not a crown made of gold or silver, but one forged in the unseen, in the furnace of trials, in the silence of lonely nights, in the depths of prayers no one heard but God. That crown glows in the spirit realm, and it is visible to every force that tries to oppose you. This is why people fear you without knowing why. It is why demons back away when you step forward. It is why doors that were bolted shut suddenly creak open at your presence. You carry something beyond the physical, a radiance that cannot be taught, bought, or replicated. It is divine, and it terrifies anything that seeks to hide in darkness. Think about it. Have you ever wondered why some people turn against you without reason? Why someone you barely know suddenly feels an unexplainable dislike toward you? It's not because of anything you did. It's because your presence exposes something in them they'd rather keep buried. Your light shines on their shadows, and instead of facing it, they recoil. That fear is proof that you carry something greater than them, something they cannot match, and instead of celebrating it, they try to resist it. But resistance only confirms what you already know you are. Chosen, there is a law in the spiritual world. Light does not bow to darkness. Instead, darkness flees from light. The moment you enter a room, the atmosphere shifts. It may not always be visible to your natural eyes, but in the spirit, the vibration changes. Angels align themselves with you. Demons scatter and tremble. And even human spirits become unsettled because they sense the authority you carry. That authority didn't come cheap. It was bought with your tears, your struggles, your perseverance, and your unwavering faith. That's why they fear you more than demons ever could. Because while demons know they're defeated, people still cling to their illusions, and you break those illusions by existing. Chosen one, remember this. Fear is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's confirmation that you're walking in power. The very fact that people recoil from you is proof that you are carrying a mantle too heavy for them to handle. Do not let their rejection make you question your worth. Do not let their fear convince you to dim your flame. Your light is not up for negotiation. It was placed inside of you by God Himself, and no amount of gossip, jealousy, or hate can strip it away. When you were isolated, when you were misunderstood, when you cried out in silence, God was molding you. He was chiseling away the parts of you that didn't belong. He was refining your spirit, preparing you for a day when your light would not just illuminate your path, but guide others out of their own darkness. That day is now. The reason they fear you is because they see what's rising in you. They see the leader, the healer, the warrior, the divine messenger you've become. And whether they admit it or not, they cannot stop it. This is where the tables turn, chosen one. What once used to hurt you now empowers you. The lies spoken against you become irrelevant when God's truth speaks louder. The betrayals that once cut deep become badges of survival, proof that you were stronger than every attempt to break you. The loneliness that once crushed you becomes sacred space where you learned to walk with God. And now, as you stand on the other side of the fire, you realize nothing can touch you unless heaven allows it. You've been through too much to doubt it. You've seen too much to deny it. You've felt too much to turn back. And so, they fear you. They fear what you know. They fear what you've endured. They fear what you've become. But here's the truth. Their fear is not your problem to solve. Their fear is their recognition of your anointing. Let them fear, let them whisper, let them wonder. Your only assignment is to keep moving forward, to keep shining, to keep obeying the call. The road ahead will not be without challenges, but chosen one, you've already proven you can handle the storms. Every battle you've survived was a prophecy for the future, a future where you stand unshaken, unbroken, and unstoppable. Never forget this. Demons once thought they could destroy you. Enemies once believed they could bury you. Life itself seemed to conspire against you, but you rose. You are still here, and that survival alone is enough to terrify the world. Because if you couldn't be broken then, what makes them think you can be broken now? Every day you wake up, every breath you take, every step you walk in alignment with your purpose. It's a victory. It's a reminder that God's plan for your life is unfolding and that no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. So, chosen one, walk boldly. You are not feared because of who you are in the flesh, but because of who stands with you in the spirit. Angels guard you. Heaven backs you. The universe aligns itself to your steps. And every demon that dares to approach knows it has already lost the battle. That is the truth of your existence. That is why they fear you more than demons ever could. And that is why, no matter what comes, you will rise again and again and again. Chosen one. Take a moment right now and reflect on this truth. You have survived every single storm that was sent to end you. Every night you thought would consume you, you woke up the next day still breathing. Every battle that should have broken your mind instead sharpened your spirit. Every attack that was supposed to destroy you only revealed more of your hidden strength. Do you realize what that means? It means nothing. No demon, no human, no circumstance has the power to stop what God Himself has placed within you. That is why they fear you. That is why they whisper. That is why they turn cold. Because your resilience is unnatural. Your survival is miraculous, and your presence is undeniable. Fear in the spirit realm is often disguised as anger, gossip, or rejection. When they talk about you, it's fear. When they avoid you, it's fear. When they plot against you, it's fear. And when they attack, even that is fear. Fear of what you carry, fear of what you represent, fear of what you are becoming. They cannot explain it, but they feel it. They sense a light within you that exposes their shadows, and instead of running toward it, they run from it. Instead of celebrating it, they resist it. But that resistance does not stop you. It never has, and it never will. Chosen one, you've been through too much to second-guess yourself now. There were seasons when you cried out to God, wondering why He allowed you to walk through so much pain. You questioned why people betrayed you, why doors slammed shut, why opportunities slipped away. But now, as you look back, you realize those very hardships sculpted the fire within you. Those rejections made you immune to approval. Those betrayals made you immune to dependence. Those storms made you immune to fear. That's why nothing shakes you the way it shakes others. That's why you stand when others fall. That's why you keep shining, even when the world tries to dim your flame. And now, chosen one, the tables are turning. The very ones who laughed at you will watch you rise. The very ones who counted you out will have to count you in. The very ones who doubted you will be forced to witness what God is doing through you. Not because you sought revenge, but because divine justice always balances the scales. You are stepping into a season where your light will not just expose, but also attract. You will see favor, you will see opportunities, you will see doors open that no man can shut. And when they ask how, you will say, "It was never me, it was always God." But let this be clear, the fear they have of you is not a curse. It is a confirmation. It is proof that you are marked, sealed, and chosen. Demons don't waste their time on the insignificant. Darkness doesn't waste its energy on those without destiny. The fact that they come against you so strongly means heaven has invested in you so heavily. And when heaven invests, no power in hell can divest. So walk boldly, chosen one. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Stop doubting because of their rejection. Stop questioning because of their silence. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to stand out. You are not here to follow. You are here to lead. You are not here to be hidden. You are here to be revealed. And when the world trembles at your presence, when demons scatter at your footsteps, when people whisper your name with awe or fear, smile, because it only means the prophecy is being fulfilled. Chosen one, your light is not an accident. It is a weapon. It is a beacon. It is a crown. Carry it with honor. Let the world fear. Let the demons bow. Let every storm rise, because you will still stand. And when history is written, when the story of your life is told, it will be said, "This was the one who could not be broken. This was the one who rose from the ashes. This was the one who carried a light the world had never seen." You are that one. You are the chosen. Walk in it, live in it, believe in it, and never forget, you are feared not because of your weakness, but because of your divine strength, and nothing in heaven or hell can take that away.